What's up, everybody? So, today, I've had something on my mind for a little bit, and I just kind of wanted to get it out there. And I wanted to know if some of you maybe feel the same. There are so many people in the fitness industry that are what we are going to say fake. They're just fake people. They lie. They're selling, shitty diets saying, oh, you can look like me only if you ate like this. And yeah, diet is 80% of, how you look, essentially. There's a bunch of ratios like, oh, no, it's 90%, it's 60%, the gym is the other percentage. But really, diet is the main thing. And what I hate is how people sell these diets to essentially say, if you eat this way, if you follow my training program, you're going to look like me. That's my biggest thing, is that it's just so incredibly fake, especially when you look at some of these guys and, they're vascular as shit. They got veins popping out of their fucking neck. So it's very misleading because there is a lot of gear and juice going around and they don't admit to it. But the main purpose of this video today is I wanted to pay basically a big respect to Calum Moger. If you follow this guy, he's been in the world of bodybuilding and the fitness and NPC, whatever, for a long time. And I probably started fitness around probably 16 years old. And I've been following this guy, no joke, probably since I was 16. I'm 23 now. So for quite a few years. And I've seen this guy's whole journey. I've seen him juiced up like a fucking gorilla to how he is now, which he's looking like a regular Joe because unfortunately the injuries took their toll on him, man. I know he's had a big leg injury. If you follow Calum on Insta, if you follow him on any social media, the guy likes to live life to the fullest. And that's really one of the reasons I respect him so fucking much is you'll see these bodybuilders out there, excuse me, and their thing is, I'm going to lock myself away in my house for, 12 months out of the year, eat nothing but fucking chicken and rice, and I'm going to live like a fucking animal, And there's nothing wrong. I mean, there is, in my opinion, but if that's your life, man. Like, you live that. That's your choice. And Calum makes a choice to live his life to the fullest. Goes on these fucking crazy adventures, owns great property, I'm assuming in California. If somebody wants to fucking correct me, go ahead. It looks like fucking California. I'm pretty sure that's where, 70, 80% of the fitness industry, especially guys like him, are going to live because that's where the opportunity is. But again, I just respect the guy because he lives his life, He doesn't live this life of like some type of fucking, temple guy or monk. He's not a monk. The guy lives, and I think that's why I respect him so much. And now I also want to point out that some of you may be like, oh well, he sells diets and he does all this stuff, and a lot of these guys sell diets and shit. And if you follow Calum, he was juiced up. There's no question he was on some gear. And he looked great. He really did. And there are videos, or at least one video, of him coming out being like, you know what, you got to take certain things to look a certain way. And a lot of you are on YouTube and you hate on these people and, you comment nasty things, just to kind of belittle them. And I'll tell you why you shouldn't do that with Calum. Not only is he a great guy, he really speaks his mind. But when you're in a position like that, and I feel bad for him now because when you're in a position where you were up here, you were up at the top, you're looking great, you're feeling great, you're going to do whatever you can do to keep that money coming. And if that means looking juiced up like a fucking gorilla and, having veins coming out of every fucking body part, you're going to do that because it keeps the money coming in. It keeps your fans happy. And you know what? I can't not respect a guy for wanting to keep his income, especially if a lot of his income is based on how he looks. And let's be honest, You know, the fitness industry is very, very, very much about how you look. Um, it's just the way it's going to be. And that's now, if you have followed him, you know he's not looking like he used to. He's looking a little, you know, he's definitely much, much, much tinier. And it's probably healthier for him, to be honest. It almost, you know, he looks natural, and I think he is natural, and he still looks amazing. He looks amazing. He looks better than fucking 90% of the population out there. But you know, it just goes to show you that when you live that life, and you know you're looking great, you know you're making a decent income with photo shoots and other people using your name and bodybuilding and NPC competitions, whatever it may be, you know, he still lived a life of, you know, somebody who doesn't really do that bodybuilding shit. Because you see these guys like Phil Heath and shit and Kai Green. By the way, not taking anything away from them. Great guys, amazing, amazing bodybuilders. And I know they're in a completely different league than Calum. I'm not. But that tier of level of bodybuilding, they're locking themselves away. And their mind is literally eat, sleep, train. And that's kind of how it has to be. That's kind of how it has to be in the bodybuilding world. So, you know, huge respect for Calum. Huge respect. I feel bad for him right now. He's coming back. I'm one of those guys who's like, he's going to be back. I really hope he does, because I love to see him look like he used to again. And he will. He's still, you know, a younger guy. He's had some obstacles, and he will overcome them. I promise you that. He will overcome you. Because Calum isn't one of those guys to just sit down and quit. That's one thing you know by just watching some of his videos. The guy's a fucking crazy fucking Australian piece of shit. You know, the guy's nuts. So definitely wishing Calum the best. Let me know your opinions. I know there's going to be a little bit of hate for Calum, but you know what? That's one of those guys, and I picked him mainly to do this talk because he's one of those guys you just kind of gotta like. You know, he's a great guy, speaks his mind. Let me know what you guys think.